Okay, so you guys have been waiting for my opinion with this machine, and it's a mixed bag of feelings because overall it performs pretty solid. My problem with it is it doesn't perform well enough to be able to use in a barbershop environment. For home use, I think that this works pretty well. Yes, you're able to zero gap it. The motor is pretty strong enough to go through hair, but it just doesn't hit. And remember, I'm gonna compare every trimmer that I use to this guy right here, which is 100% my go-tos. I just love this machine. But at the same token, it's nowhere near even close to this guy, which is closer to my skeleton. These used to be my go-to. These are the Wahl Hero, the same thing as a detailer. The blade on this just performs way better. The blade that comes in here, it's okay. It's a decent blade. It doesn't perform, like I said, it doesn't perform well in a barbershop environment, but for someone who's gonna do self-cuts in that kind of environment, yes, this blade will be more than sufficient. I've used it for several weeks now since you guys seen the unboxing. In fact, a lot of times I film those unboxings and then start using it before I even put out the videos. So I usually have them for a week or two before I even show the unboxing at that point. But overall, there's a lot going for this machine. Price to performance is solid. It comes with a stand, which I think is great. But for my preferences, I don't think this is a machine that I would even attempt to mod in order to get a higher performance. I think that this is best suited for a home use. Now, usually I don't like to talk too much crap about machines because most of these machines are pretty decent. A few negative things I don't like about this. The housing of this, where it is comfortable, gives you a pretty good grip as far as just, you know, the design, the materials they use. This thing is slippery, especially if you're wearing gloves. Again, why I say it's not really that good for barbershop. It just feels very slippery. Now they do have these two little points that you can kind of hold on to. Not hold on to, but if you take a look, let's see. These little guys right here. Yeah, so it's okay. It's nothing great, but again, I'm not a fan of this plastic that they use because it is so slippery. It really is, especially after I spray with disinfectant and stuff like that. It's even makes it that much more slippery. So that's a negative I don't like about it. The build quality is pretty decent. Nothing to write home about, that's for sure. But again, being for home use, you don't have to worry about that. This is not something that I would worry too much. Now, if you do drop it, it definitely looks like it's gonna be a one and doneer, depending on, you know, if you got carpet or not. But take care of your stuff, you won't have a problem. Yeah, I just don't like the way it's slippery. Now, you got your indicator light. It's blue, you know that you're good. While it's charging, it charges red, lets you know that the actual machine is charging. Again, I talked about I'm not a fan of the 2-speed. You know, I don't see the point of it. I don't see the benefit of it. Maybe you guys know the benefit, but in my case, I just put on the 2nd speed and go. It is really good for cutting underneath the neck. I have the blade zero gapped, and like sometimes when you over zero gap a machine, sometimes you kind of feel it. It feels like, you know, this feels pretty damn good right off the box. I zero gapped it and it just felt. That's why, again, it's one of those things that for home use, I think this is a perfect use, but you know, for shop, I'm just not a fan of it. So it's one of those things that, are you willing to actually buy this for home use? Because if you're looking for a barbershop, then I'd say no, don't skip this. And I would lean you towards this. I know it's corded, but you know what? This machine hovers between $40 to $60, and you're gonna get way better performance out of it all day. This guy right here, yes, it's wireless. Battery life is very solid. I'm not a fan of having 2 speeds on it. I really don't. I don't see the point. Give me one speed that works, and that's all that I'm happy with. So in a nutshell, this guy right here performs very well for home use, not so much for shop use. Hopefully you guys understand. Hope you guys like this video. Ask your questions down in the description. Again, battery life is very good. I would say you probably get a good hour and a half of use time with this, depending on how much you're using, obviously. But you know, it's gonna last you more when you think about all you're using is for shape ups and doing little skin fades here and there. So we'll see what happens from there. All right, guys, stay tuned for my next video, another unboxing, another review. You guys know what to do. See ya.